Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir Southern Gods video. In today's video, I want to go over the Chaos Shadows during this endgame event, the Lament in the Snowlands Snow Sacrifice. It's a complicated, interesting name, but I want to go over this because I kind of want to give you my opinion of is it actually worth it to try and push to do as much damage for these 8 Chaos Shadows attempts or not, because, well, this might save you some time and might allow you, at least for the next, 7-8 days, while we wait for the endgame boss to open, to see if you're gonna, if you should stress out to try and push max damage, or if you should be relaxing. So let's check it out. So obviously one of the first things that you would be looking at is going again through preparation quests. What do you have to do all of these ones to get yourself all the exploration progress. Then if you go to the personal quest, you're going to see that whatever you can do, then one of them is going to be doing the Chaos Shadows 50 times, which would be the exact amount of times, or a little bit over from the day it started till the end game starts. And then the Alliance quests is how much are your Alliance fighting, right? How much is your Alliance fighting? You definitely want to make sure you're in an active Alliance if you care about getting all of these ones, but make sure you get these because let's say maybe exploration progress points are good, but getting also more of the affinity solving is going to be really helpful, especially for fighting the endgame boss, because you want to be able to max out your elemental affinity. Because if I look at a psychic core, for example, from my account, where I've been trying to push stuff here and there, it's not done yet, right? It's not completely done. There's still lots that needs to be pushed. There's 60,000 that this one costs, so it's going to be quite quite costly to be able to finish all of this. So trying to get as much of the affinity solvent is gonna be useful. But if we look at the Chaos Shadows, right, what are actually the rewards that we can get? So we can see all of them are open. It says over here behind, right, like I mentioned in the previous video, it gives the single damage, move myself up, I guess. Single damage rating reaches S to claim 3000 of the exploration progress, and also 10,000 affinity solvent for each time you do the minimum, which is 22 million, right? That should not be too difficult. And then it also says exceeding this, the highest rating grants more of the, exploration progress rewards. If you look at the damage ones, we only need 22 million. By doing 22 million on each of these fights, we get ourselves 3,000 and 10,000, right? Pretty standard. But if we look at, for example, a fight where you go over it, right? 22 million is the minimum. How much do you get to go over, right? Or how much do you get if you go over? So let me just try and throw my best team in here, right? My best team is going to be my wild team against Vinyara that's using Brody. Let me just do the instant complete one because, everything should be just fine. And we're going to see how much do I actually get, right? Because 3,000 is the minimum. Like I mentioned in a video yesterday, the 3,000 that you get for doing the minimum of 22 million gets you all of the basic rewards without getting to the cycle mode. So I did 303 million. That's what? 281 million over the 22 million, which gives us the max rewards. I'm going to be saving this one because, it's for the sake of the video and saving and seeing what we get. So we get 3,000, we get 10,000 infinity solvent, and I only get 1,425, right? 1,425 extra by doing, a ton over. So is it really worth it, right? Like this was an example where I went to 300 million. Let me see if I can get, let me just throw one of my random lower teams, which is, this is one of the teams that I'm going to make a video on later because, people might still want to be able to do 200 million, but my, let me see, which one was it? What did I do? Oh no, did I not save it? Did I not save it? Oh no, I did. There we go. So this was like my other team, kind of like, what other stuff was left. Or for example, let's run this one, right? Let's run my rally team. This one, I think that's just about 200 million or a little bit over, just so you see the difference, right? I want to show you the difference between that one that did 300 million, that gave me 1,400 and something. And then this one that's just going to be like a little bit, I think, over 200 million. That's if I recall correctly. Yep, 208 million, right? So this one is 200 million because after 200 mil, you do 90% less damage. Like this, the case is the same. But let's see how much do I actually get for this one. So the extra that I get is 1,388. So I lose 20, 30 of these. Honestly, doesn't really look like it's worth it. From my point of view, it doesn't look like it's worth it to try and min-max it. It just looks like you just want to do 22 million. So let's see another example I did 1,388, right, from doing 200 mil. Let me show you one that I don't hit the 200 million, right? My Dauntless team is not quite the best. For example, if I throw my Dauntless team in there, I think this one hit 150 mil, something like that. So let me run this one, and then we can see the difference, right? If you know, don't get to that 200 mil. I hope it didn't, you know, get improved by a ton now and just like, voila, you hit 200 mil, because yesterday I did like 150 with it. Let's see, what did I do? Okay, 158, okay? So for 208 million, I got 1,388, something like that. For 158 million, let's see how much do we get extra, right? 1,347, so you lose 40. Is it really worth to try to get 200 million? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, because it kind of seems to me like there's no reason, right? There's no reason why you should try and get yourself crazy. I'm still gonna make, you know, videos with people that like to min-max, push to the next level. I'm still gonna make a video on my rally team against Vasca. I'm gonna make a video on my second team, that's you know, my second Frost team against Vasca, just to share with you guys, because they're pretty fun teams, right? Like, for example, you know that my main team for Vasca is the one that uses Vidimir, right? Let me see, where is it? There we go. This is my main team that uses Fitz. Then what's her name? Losenia, Losenia, Vidimir, Fitz, Thorin, and then Oster, right? This is the main one. And then kind of like my leftovers, even though they're really strong, is Tia, Dritz, then Rava, then it's using, what's his name? Okadir, and then Felocia. So this one, even though it's like, you know, just a quick preview, but this is what I'm gonna make a video on for later today or tomorrow, depending on, you know, how things work out. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel. But if you look at this one, again, it's pretty easy 200 mil, right? 217 even, right? And it's not my best team. I have a feeling that this one's almost competing with the other one, or I think actually the other one does a lot higher, but you can see that even this team does a ton of damage, and you're going to be seeing the rewards. Okay, maybe I screwed myself up because I was supposed to be able to record this, but you kind of get, I'm going to show the team without, you know, this, but still, I get the max damage in there. I'm still doing pretty good, and it was totally worth it. Now, let me, you know, kind of go back on why is it not necessarily that worth it to be able to push for like that 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 extra expedition rewards. Because what do we get from the exploration progress, right? What do we get? So after finishing all of them, what do we get? Hero Lights, where we get Affinity Solvent, where we get some Master Scrolls, which everybody should be able to get just by hitting the minimum of 22 million on your 8 teams, which is pretty easy to do. So after you get past that point, you're gonna get to the point where it starts doing cycle rewards, where again, it gives you bread twice, then it gives us some legendary rune options, where you can choose whatever runes you want. Then it gives you the Augite or Augite extract, again, option. And then you get yourself a mythic equipment chest, and then start cycling again. So do we really care about these? The only one, from my point of view, that, you know, can have some value, but it's still gonna be RNG, is gonna be this one. Because you can try and keep selecting, for example, chest plates for this one if you don't have the perfect ones, or helmets or whatever. You can keep trying to pick the best mythic pieces of artifact that you don't have the best options for, and maybe get some good RNG. And that's about it, right? Because this can help. The reason I'm saying this can help is because, well, at the end of the season, if you go over here, right, then you go to the Boundless chest, you can select 4 pieces of gear that you can take with you to the next season. So this is where you would be like, okay, let me see, what's my best chest, for example, maybe what's my best glove, what's my best weapon, and what's my best helmet. But is it really worth it, you know, just for a little bit of RNG to try and min-max this one? Or maybe this is actually the time where we should be focusing on something else, right? Maybe from my point of view, this is the time where just your 22 millions, relax a bit if you want, or this is the time where maybe you should try and push the Fey Meander to the max to finish it. I personally finished all of it. If you didn't, maybe do arenas. Maybe this is the time where you go to Ancestral Ruins and try and get yourself those, you know, achievements and do the max damage. And that's about it. Like, I cannot see anything else that you should be pushing for the Otherworld exploration up until the boss awakens in 7 days and 20 hours. Maybe do your best to push Temporal Vortex, right? Because Temporal Vortex gives so many good rewards now that it's definitely, you want to definitely push to the highest, because now instead of, for example, I was top 100 before phase 3, and by finishing it top 100, I would also always get around 900 of the Echoes of Clip Hydra, right? It was 8 or 900. Well, now it's 3,800 to get in top 100. That's 4 times and some reward. So definitely this should be your number 1 priority
if you can push it to the next level to try and get to top 100, unless you're on my server. If you're on my server, just relax. Let me keep. I know I'm kidding, obviously, but this is, you know, this is kind of like the way that the Chaos Shadows works. It's again, I'm not sure I like it or not. Maybe it's okay, right? Maybe it's okay because it's a bit more of a chill period, but maybe you know, maybe something else should happen with the rewards. But I'm gonna leave it at this for now. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like the way that they've done it now? Do you like the fact that it's a 10 period, you know, of more of a chill phase or not? Because I'm really curious what you guys think. But we're gonna leave it at this for today. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.